Okay.
Should be, yeah.
So Karina, that you are here, I don't know if you want to just say the welcome, and then I go. No. Okay, then I'll just start if someone wants. I can see the faces, so just interrupt me at any point. So welcome to the 5th Expert Hub meeting. It's very exciting. It's the first, if I'm not, no, it is. It's the first Expert Hub meeting of the 2nd year of the project. So we reached the halfway point. And what I think is great to see is that in the first year, we were building the foundations, the bases, putting everything together. And now in the 2nd year, going full speed with a lot of events, a lot of material being produced. So we have very exciting things ahead. And today, because I believe even all of you, well, it's not the first meeting that you join and you know about the SIRENE project, so I'm not introducing the project. I'll just give you a brief overview of some key points of this last period since the last meeting in November and what is upcoming until the next meeting in March. So very quickly, the agenda for today, it will very much follow the same structure that we have been doing in the all previous 4 meetings. Short summary, then we will have a dedicated session today to discuss on the impacts, the social, economic, and the environmental impact of responsive environments using the interactive ladder, as you are familiar. And then we have 2 breakout sessions looking at 2 components, or actually 3 components of the social innovation framework. One will be led by CH Alliance and the other by Academy. And then we'll have a short presentation from Technalia to give you an idea of this of the first online validation, what is upcoming. We will ask input from you, from experts. We have been co-creating, and now let's say we have a checkpoint, a validation of what we have done so far. And in this presentation, the colleagues from Technalia will just give a heads up of what is coming in the next period. And then, of course, we wrap up next steps and conclusions. So very, very briefly, to refresh your mind, you have seen this slide many times. We have our social innovation framework proposed in the SIRENE project as 5 main components. And as I said, today we will look at these 3 components: the hands-on toolkit, capacity building framework, and sustainability strategy in more detail. I can tell about the other 2 versions that are in the last revision, or the other 2 components, sorry, the blueprint and the manual are in the last revision status. So very soon we can launch, almost finished. And we will also look at the SIRENE repository as part of the validation, as I mentioned. So what have we done, or what are the main achievements since November? We are very, very, very happy that we reached our goal of the representatives from the EU 27, actually plus 5 other countries, not from the EU 27. We have now 57 experts in our expert hub. If you see any information, if you gave permission and you wanted your profile to be visible on the website, if there is something that's not correct or you want to be updated, please let us know. Or if you are not there and you would like to be there, or the other way around, if you are and want to be removed, of course. But we are very, very glad that we reached our goal. This is very important to have representation from all countries. Then another nice milestone, we launched the SIRENE repository. Probably you received emails about it. The idea is to have this repository of projects, initiatives, articles, scientific articles that are relevant in the context of SHAFE, of smart, healthy, age-friendly environments. Here we have the link. to the repository. I think the presentation will be shared so that you can go directly. And of course, we have, you already know, this was already launched, but just as a reminder, our online hub. We frequently post there materials and events, but it's really meant to be as a social way, a social network, let's put it that way. So if you have material that you would like to share, I don't know, you look for partners for proposals or job openings, whatever you think is relevant for this community, please share it. And one of the key points also in this last period was the start of the activities to support ecosystems. And at this point, I will pass the word to Dimitris, because this work is led by ECH Alliance. So I will just give him the word.
Yeah, thank you, Miriam. So we had the first workshop for these services in order to present what we do, what we aim to do, and how people can follow up with us before 2 weeks. So let's go briefly through this, and we can share the link to the recordings for anyone interested to follow up. So we provide support missions towards setup, establishment, and expansion of ecosystems with stakeholders from more relevant areas of eco-friendly environments, including innovation actors, social interpreters, citizens, caregivers, community leaders. So these support measures will address the following needs, like digitalization of ecosystems, networking and collaboration, knowledge exchange activities, communicating common objectives of ecosystems, and enlarging ecosystems so that they engage industry actors and policymakers. We can go, thank you. Sorry, I'm lost. So to effectively address the different needs of experts in ecosystems, SIRENE project will provide targeted support measures in 3 levels. We will have expert workshops, group workshops, and one-to-one workshops. We can go now level by level. So for the first level, that is experts workshops, we will target all ecosystems, no matter their level of advancement or their level of activities, on topics that are of mutual interest for all of them. I will not go through the whole list now, but you can see that there are different topics, such as like greenings or thematic innovation ecosystems or value-based model of healthcare. You see that these activities are distributed throughout all the 2024. So we will send you a follow-up email to check specific dates, and of course, following us on social media or through the platform, you will get regular updates for these activities. The second level of support measures is group workshops, where we will target ecosystem based on their level of advancement activities on topics that are aligned with their status. So here we have, let's say, the first workshop about establishing an ecosystem, but then we'll follow up with another on expanding an ecosystem. We will have some best practices for learning the basics for enlarging the ecosystem, or how to connect social innovation with technical and business innovation. For this, the same applies. We get the regular updates for the specific dates and times through social media and the platform, but also through email. And then the last level of support measures is one-to-one meetings. So for this, we are available to offer the possibility for personalized consultation, in-depth analysis of needs, and tailored solutions to specific, like to individual ecosystems. So you can express this your interest for this service, and it has an email to Federica@echalliance.com and Dimitris@echalliance.com. We will come back to you to arrange a bilateral call, check your ecosystem status and your plans, and support you for your next steps. We'll follow up with you, sharing practical recommendations and some like in the form of reports after this meeting. Of course, we'll try to connect you with other ecosystems. For these one-to-one meetings, we don't have the opportunity to collaborate in these calls with other experts, but we'll try to connect you with other ecosystems in the same level, so you can exchange knowledge and network. You will receive a follow-up email on this after the call, probably on Monday. So thank you, Miriam. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Dimitris. And just to give you an example, and already some work going on with, or starting very soon with ecosystems. We already have planned the first meeting with the ecosystem in Greece, or through one of our expert hub members, Karolampos Vasiliou, where we will discuss the possibility for ecosystem testers, early adopters. So if you think that you would like to know more about, to schedule a meeting, anything, please let us know. So we are very glad to have already the first possible potential early adopter ecosystem. And then I'll just give you a quick overview of some events, some material that was created, just in case you missed, everything, all these meetings, all workshops, all webinars that we organize are recorded. So for those who cannot assist on time, but are interested, can see later. One example also in a synergy is a webinar series from the Age-Friendly Toolkit project, where Academy is participating, an Erasmus Plus project. So we have a series of 5 webinars online. This is great, that are very relevant, with very relevant topics. As you can see, very varied. I put here the link, but you can also see it on the SIRENE website. Another great example of synergy was a webinar that took place in December with the Urban Age project, in which Technalia, one of our partners in SIRENE, is also participating. That went around the topic how to build smart LCH environments, and had a very interesting particular case in Flanders, in Belgium, was presented. So you can see, you can watch it online at your time. It's on YouTube. Then another great event was our second Science Cafe with Dr. Elisa Pozo Menendez, on the topic of social innovation. In this case, I can tell you, so Elisa comes from architecture, so it was really about the environment as the built environment and how to apply social innovation in the built environment. So different perspective was very interesting, and again, it is online, so know about it. And there is much more to come. We will have more science cafes. We will have video pills. Very soon we will release the first video pills with the partners from the SIRENE project. And then we will also have with externals. I don't know if you are familiar, but we are following a bit the asynchronous podcast alike format. So it will be very interesting, and in the next meeting you'll see about it, and also many webinars to come. I just made a very short list of the upcoming. So already on the 7th of February, register, please. We have the 3rd Science Cafe on challenges and solutions for public administration bodies when it comes to the implementation of SHAFE with Dr. Anthony Polychronakis. And then we will have another 2 science cafes coming soon, capacity building workshops, as was mentioned by Dimitris. And in March, we have the next Expert Hub meeting. And the list goes on. And just to give a bit of a teaser, we are very hard working on the final SIRENE event. Most likely will be in the 2nd week of October. The dates are to be defined, but it will be in Brussels. And it will be, if everything goes well, and it will be very nice, and it will be a great opportunity. And as soon as we have more information, we'll let you know about it. So if you know anyone who would like to be a speaker in the SIRENE Science Cafe, or also other webinars, video pills, or if you yourself would think you have something to transmit to to let others know, please let us know, and we can schedule an event, an online event. And finally, almost over, promise, just about external events where SIRENE will be participating. We'll have a satellite event, a collaboration, Schaffe Foundation and SIRENE at the Festival of the New European Bauhaus in Brussels in April. The full program will be available soon. Just checked yesterday, they say in February. So very soon you'll have the full program. And what I think is very nice, because I think most of us probably are in the craziness of proposal writing at this moment. Karina Dantas will give a presentation on the European Commission webinar on the experience of SIRENE as a lump sum funded project. So if you are interested, you can register on the 8th of February at 10 a.m. CET. And that's it from my side.
Thank you, Miriam. Shall I give the word to Oscar to introduce Matteo, maybe?
Yeah, thank you very much, Nicola and Miriam, for such huge of activities that are waiting for us. So today we are going to talk about impact assessment. This is a very relevant topic that, thanks to Matteo Zalion support, we will expand and work on. And we are talking about how impact could be about the social dimension of our interventions in terms of age-friendly and also in using technology. Around this, the economical impact and the environmental one. So those three dimensions are the most relevant, as we know, almost when we are talking with policymakers, investors, or in running new changes and adaptation in every level. So at urban level, building level, or let's say, or in care approaches and so on. So now I leave the floor to Matteo. We will have half an hour session. We are a bit in delay, to be honest, in our schedule. So now we are familiar also with methodology. And so we are thankful. And over to you, Matteo.
Thank you, Oscar. Good afternoon, everyone. Let's jump straight into the session. So I've just shared with you a link to the Miro board. I think you're all familiar with the process. You might probably know me as well, but I'm one of the SIRENE experts, as Oscar introduced me. And today we're gonna speed up a little bit the activities and all join to the mural, which I'm sure you're able to access. Let me know if you have any troubles in accessing. Unfortunately, I cannot share my screen because apparently there is a privacy setting that I have to enable. So just double check. Is there anyone that has problems to access the mural? Or is anybody in the mural?
Matteo, is Miro, right? No mural.
Miro, yes. Sorry, Oscar. Sorry. We've been using Miro. Thank you. Everybody's in? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
Perfect. So while I'm not able in this moment to share the Miro and share my screen, I'll go through a description and everybody can just look at the screen and understand where we are, okay? And then I'll just restart very quickly during the breakout rooms my Zoom. So then after, for the feedback session, I'm able to share my screen. So the Miro works in this way. We have three areas with breakout room 1, breakout room 2, and breakout room 3. We have the same question for everybody, which is our problem statement. Why and how should we assess social, economic, and environmental impact of responsive environments? As usual, every breakout room will work as a team for around 15 minutes and brainstorm how we can answer this question, how we can tackle that challenge. What is the idea or any ideas that we have on addressing this challenge? So if you move down below the little blue post-it, which is central to every Miro board, we have a bunch of lavender post-its, which are the post-its where you're gonna write down your feedback. As I said in the previous sessions, quantity over quality. So many ideas, a lot of brainstorming, and we're gonna have 15 minutes in breakout rooms to brainstorm. I'm gonna jump between the rooms, so I'll make sure that if there is any challenge, I can support you with that. And then we'll come back together, and one person from the group will have 2 minutes to share a summary of the ideas. And then after that, we'll be voting. Everyone will have 3 votes, and we're gonna vote on the top ideas, on the top post-its that you think are critical to address. Apologies for not sharing my screen, but is there any question before we jump straight into the breakout rooms? Sounds everything clear?
Yeah, seems so. Yeah.
Great. So, Nicola, if you wanna enable the breakout rooms, I will see you there, and from now I'll give you 15 minutes.
Okay. Uh,
Nicola, can you see my screen?
yeah,
Okay, very good. Now
and
it works. Perfect.
Matteo, I'm not sure I know how to allow you to exit from one breakout room and go into the other one. I've put the option that that you could come back to the main room anytime, but then I don't know how to. Maybe you have to ask me.
No, I think I can because I have an option here. I can access the 3 breakout rooms.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, there are 3. Perfect. So I'm gonna jump to breakout room 1 and see what's going on. And if I have any problems, I will send you a message in the chat. But I think I can because I see I have the options here. So no problem with that. Okay.
Okay.
So 15 minutes, we have 13 minutes and a half right now. So we probably are gonna be back at around 1:40, 2:45 your time, or 2:40, 2:38 probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See you soon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you want.
I know. Thanks.
Okay, we are all back. How was the session? What do you think about this quick session?
Yeah, it was quite, let's say, inspiring. So we produced several tools and ideas for each pillar of the impact assessments. So for the social, economical, and environmental. So yeah.
And it was indeed quick.
Time is never enough. So as I've heard about Oscar, as well as Andrea, who is comfortable enough to share a summary of the ideas from the breakout room 1? And
I feel like I can take over.
Sounds perfect. So, Oscar, I'll give you 2 minutes to make a quick summary of the ideas that you brainstormed.
Okay, thank you, Matteo. Yes, keep it. Yeah, right. This is fantastic. Thank you. So, our interpretation was to think about each column. So, the three column starting from left in expanding the social impact dimension, then the one in the middle, the economical one, and in the right side one, the environmental dimension. So starting from left, so social impact, and thinking about methodologies, we identified the ROI, social return of investment methodology, that sounds quite great in having both social but also economical evaluation, but we put those in the middle. And we consider also the CEET method that has been developed in the SHAFE model. Maybe Karina and Vileka could tell more. I'm curious about the method that exists. Then we have the social contact, so number of connections that people could have before and after interventions and age-friendly interventions. The health and well-being of citizen, use of big data, so how to track, for example, behaviors or connections or use of the space in the cities or in building or in, let's say, elsewhere. And those about social the social part. Then moving in the middle, so talking about the economical one, again, this ROI for its final transformation about value calculation. Then the return of investment, that is the ROI method, that is pretty economical one. And we discussed about having direct and indirect metrics of cost, what it means. But for example, talking about housing intervention, we could have some saving coming from before and after, let's say, moving people in one place, optimizing the use of energy and so on. Then we have value-based healthcare model that is not only about the economical impact evaluation, but it has got a relevant part that transform innovation in care pathways and outcome evaluation in money invested per outcome. And we have also the social innovation method there. And finally, moving on the right side, in terms of the impact, we think that the green, for example, impact in terms of the use of the land, waste, reduction, and energy consumption are quite important indicators. And finally, also, we need to consider the commercial impact that some innovations could have in terms of moving business from one side of the city or of a living area to another side. So any interventions that we do could have, let's say, an impact per se nearby, but also in another, let's say, not immediately related place or group or target population. So this is the picture of our discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Oscar, and thank you, breakout room number one, team number one. Conscious of time, I would like to hear some thoughts from the breakout room number two. Is there any volunteer? There is no volunteer. I might just pick up randomly from the list of participants. So there is no volunteer up at number three. I might just pick up one, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Andrea, how do you feel about sharing a quick summary?
That was not random.
Thank
I can of course share what has been written here. Although I know we had a lot of visitors who wrote information but are too shy. But I think our input is also similar to the one of the group one. We discussed a lot about how to engage the citizens and what their that impact could be measured. And we included here some very traditional hows, such as surveys, qualitative interviews. I also put here the open source and transparent monitoring tools with real-time information. So every input that is being provided is also shared transparently. And in terms of financial impact, here I took it more in a smaller project scale. So implementing certain smaller projects in areas such as test beds or small spaces, cities, and assessing also the financial impact, the same as the result of investment, but also with companies and citizens. In terms of sustainability, here we have a lot of input, but I think the most important is the perception of the citizens of their environment. So this is more on the subjective, but we know that this can be also not reliable. So I also included some objective metrics, I don't know, using certain tools, technical tools that can provide data on quality of environmental factors such as air, the greenery, and so on. And here my colleagues also included some the classic included defining certain KPIs, consistent monitoring systems, so creating a real concrete monitoring tool in which information is stored. But yeah, status and to be expected of the KPIs monitoring. And that's all.
Well, thank you, Andrea, and thank you everybody from the breakout room number 2. So without further investing time on other activities, I would like to spend 1 minute and give you a chance to vote on the ideas or just simply the post-its that you have seen over the work that Team 1 did and Team 2 did. So 1 minute, everyone has, let's say I'll give you 4 votes each. So it's a lot because we have lots of ideas between the teams. So you're going to be able to use 4 votes and just take a red dot here, copy and paste, and move it over your favorite idea. So I'll give you a minute, should be enough. If you require more time, let me know, and then we'll see what are the ideas, the top 2 or 3 ideas, according to your preference.
Great.
Okay. 1 minute from now. Make sure to look at both layouts, both tables here, so you can use your vote wisely across the 2 tables from breakout room 1 and breakout room 2. Okay. Time is up. Have you finished voting? Couple of more seconds. So let's have a look at the votes for breakout room number 1 here. So it seems there is quite a lot of votes, quite So at least 4 for the SEET SHAFE program or tool. A few as well on big data tracking and analysis of the behavior. And I see quite a lot here. Wow. Energy, green indicators, 1, 2, 3, 5 votes. That's quite remarkable. And then commercial level public spaces. Again, some more votes are coming for the SEET SHAFE model. It's really good. So I think we have a quite clear understanding here of what we might want to bring forward. So energy green indicators, commercial and level public spaces, as well as the SEET, SHAFE, and big data tracking and analysis of the behavior. And for team number 2, I see, well, selection of KPIs, 2 votes here. I see a lot of votes for engagement with stakeholders on needs, concerns, and potential threats. So stakeholders engagement seems to be a hot topic here. And 2 votes on environmental monitoring metrics using sensors and real-time data, which actually aligns pretty well with an idea from team 1 on big data tracking and analysis of the behavior. So I see there is some common ground between the 2 groups. So I know we are slightly late today, but I'm trying to catch up with the time. So for today, our activities, our brainstorming activities are done. We'll share back some insights to the team, and then the team will cascade to all of you. But I wanted just to thank you for putting your brain into this quick activity today. And I wish you the best for this afternoon. Great continuation, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Matteo, for your contribution.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think next item on the agenda is the 2 breakout rooms that we have planned. I remind you that one is on the capacity building framework and hands-on toolkit. The second one is on the practical tips from the experts for sustainability. Since we are a little late, we are going to allow only 20 minutes for the breakout rooms. If you all agree, look also at my partners. Do you think that's enough time for you to?
Yes, it will. Thank you.
Okay, then let's start immediately. Oh, and you can choose yourself in which one you want to go this time. So I'll open the breakout rooms, but you have to decide in which one you want to go. Lian, Lenka.
Sorry, Nicola, how we are going to the to the room? I don't know.
I think you must have received.
No.
No?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
tell me, where do you want to go? I can put you inside. Capacity building framework and hands-on toolkit or practical tips for sustainability.
The first for me.
Carmela, the first one.
For me, the third.
Thank you.
I'm a lawyer, so none of them are really very good for me.
So, sorry, just to Okay, Lenka, sorry, which one did you want?
Sustainability.
Okay. And Lian, you said that it's the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll put you in the first one. Do you see now?
So now,
Okay, I think it's up to Technalia now.
Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now it's in presentation mode, no way. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, it's I have 5 minutes more or less. Well, I am going to present the first online validation. More of you you know that this whole validation process is structured around 3 interactive cycles. The first online validation corresponds to the end of the first cycle and will be launched next month, day 29th of January. Well, the first cycle consists of indirect validation based on information collected from experts in the expert Hub meetings along the 20 and 20 the past year, 23. And other documentation of SIRENE project. Okay, today and here in the fifth of expert Hub meeting, we would like to present you this first online validation and encourage you, the expert, to participate in it and fill in the form we have designing. But why with expert? We consider that it's very valuable to capture your insight, the expert insight, on our project feature, their effectiveness, a potential improvement, and other aspects, aiding us in evaluating the progress achieved thus far. And we can only do this by asking you. Thank you in advance for your contribution, expert. To facilitate this work, we have chosen 3 advantage feature in the project. For initial online validation of this validation, the manual of social innovation framework, the good practice blueprint, and the repository. And of course, at the beginning of the questionnaire, we ask some question about the expert, like gender or age, and the expert experience, expertise area, SIRENE validation or participation, etc. Of course, all the information the expert provide or you provide as will be processed exclusively for sciences proposed. And of course, again, we following the privacy policy of the project. This is the link, or this is the link and QR code of the form. They will be sent the expert the next Monday. And in the bottom of the slide, you will be the mail address for question, doubts for this form. Thank you very much for your attention. Any question?
Seems clear. And so it will be launched soon, right?
Yes, it's the next Monday.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So thank you very much, Carmele. Good. So we are, yeah, pretty on time at this point of the agenda. So I think we are approaching the end of this meeting, right? Okay. So we are thankful for all your commitment and contributions given in several discussion and breakout rooms we had. Let me just remind you that the next event we will have, it will be on March 22nd. Okay, so March 22nd at 2 p.m. Central European Time as usual. And the topic will be implementation. So how we could deploy all the solutions that we are talking about in SIRENE project. So please save the date, March 22, 2 p.m. Central European Time to be back again.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much. Wish you a nice weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye.